Oman, located on the southeastern coast of the Arabian Peninsula, stands out as an intriguing example of a nation that is building its future not by following the footsteps of its neighbors, but by crafting its own distinct path. While its oil-rich neighbors like the UAE, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia are known for their towering skyscrapers, opulent mega-projects, and rapid urbanization, Oman is taking a more measured, thoughtful approach to its development. With a focus on sustainability, renewable energy, and preserving its cultural heritage, Oman's blueprint for the future is vastly different, but it is equally ambitious. This video explores the fascinating developments and strategies behind Oman's Vision 2040, which aims to balance modernity with tradition and build a sustainable future for the country. Oman's Vision for a Sustainable Future. Oman's Vision 2040 is a comprehensive long-term strategy that reflects the country's desire to diversify its economy, reduce its reliance on oil, and create a more sustainable future. Unlike the grand extravagant mega projects seen across the Gulf, Oman's Vision 2040 is designed with a people-centered focus, striving to improve the quality of life for Omanis while preserving their rich cultural heritage. As part of this vision, the country has committed to reducing its carbon footprint, increasing the use of renewable energy, and investing in sustainable technologies to ensure the long-term prosperity of its citizens. Oman's oil revenues have been central to its economic growth over the past several decades, but the country is aware that the future lies in diversification. The nation has long relied on its oil reserves, which make up about 50% of its GDP and 70% of government revenue. However, with the global shift away from fossil fuels and the rising pressures of climate change, Oman is investing in renewable energy, technology, and other sectors to reduce its dependence on oil. This move is vital for the country's long-term sustainability as it navigates a rapidly changing global landscape. The Yeeti Development Master Plan. The Yeeti Development Master Plan in Oman aims to be the largest sustainable community in the Middle East, powered entirely by renewable energy, incorporating green technologies like solar, wind, and water conservation. Yeeti will also focus on urban farming, with 80% of its food grown locally. Electric buggies and shared e-bikes will replace cars, promoting sustainable transport. With 93% of its infrastructure already in place, Yeeti will operate as a self-sustaining city, reducing waste through energy conversion. By 2026, it will serve as a model for sustainable living. Khuwair Downtown. Oman's Khuwair Downtown project, a $1.3 billion waterfront development by Zaha Hadid Architects, blends modern design with Oman's natural beauty. With height restrictions limiting skyscrapers to 150 meters, the project integrates green and blue infrastructure, incorporating natural wadis and waterways into the design. The development will include 64,500 residential units, with a focus on walkability and sustainable transportation, featuring light rail, water taxis, and cycling paths. Construction begins in late 2024, prioritizing healthcare and education infrastructure. Sultan Haitham City. Sultan Haitham City, part of Oman's Vision 2040, is designed to accommodate a growing population while prioritizing sustainability and quality of life. Unlike typical high-rise developments, it focuses on low-rise buildings and open spaces that preserve the natural landscape. The city will feature 19 neighborhoods, smart LED streetlights to reduce energy usage, and 20,000 energy-efficient homes. A 7.5-kilometer central green spine will act as both a park and a flood management system. The first phase, including 6 neighborhoods, will be completed by 2030, with the full development housing 100,000 people by 2045, setting a model for sustainable urban planning in Oman. Oman's Vision 2040. Oman's Vision 2040 is a comprehensive strategy focused on diversifying its economy beyond oil. The country is developing new industries like tourism, technology, and manufacturing, while creating special economic zones to attract international businesses. Infrastructure improvements aim to establish Oman as a regional transportation hub. The government is investing in education to equip Omanis with skills in AI, blockchain, and robotics. Sustainability is central to the vision, with efforts to promote resource management, create a circular economy, and incorporate sustainable practices across all sectors. The Oil Challenge, Oman's race against time. Despite its oil wealth, Oman's oil reserves are not as abundant as those of its neighbors. As a result, the country faces a pressing challenge: how to build a prosperous future without relying too heavily on fossil fuels. The global shift away from oil, combined with the rising pressures of climate change, makes it imperative for Oman to diversify its economy and invest in renewable energy. The International Energy Agency has predicted that global oil demand could peak as early as 2030, which means that Oman has a limited window of time to transition to a more diversified economy. The country's population is also growing rapidly, with the population expected to double by 2040. This makes it even more urgent for Oman to create sustainable economic opportunities for its citizens. Oman's design philosophy. Oman's approach to urban development is rooted in a deep respect for its natural environment and cultural heritage. Unlike the towering skyscrapers that dominate many of the Gulf cities, Oman prefers a more modest, harmonious approach to design. The country's architecture blends with the landscape, with buildings designed to complement the coastal cliffs and mountains that surround Muscat. This design philosophy is a direct result of the leadership of Sultan Qaboos, who came to power in 1970 and transformed Oman from one of the most isolated countries in the world into a modern nation. Sultan Qaboos' vision for Oman was rooted in tradition, and he was determined to avoid the rush to adopt Western-style development. Instead of building towering skyscrapers, he focused on improving basic infrastructure and enhancing the quality of life for Omanis. This vision continues to shape the country's approach to development today, with an emphasis on sustainability, cultural preservation, and harmony with nature. The legacy of Sultan Qaboos. Sultan Qaboos is widely regarded as one of the most transformative leaders in Oman's history. When he ascended the throne in 1970, Oman was a poor, isolated country with few paved roads, no electricity, and limited access to clean water. Sultan Qaboos' first priority was to modernize the country and improve the lives of its citizens. However, unlike his neighbors, he did not seek to emulate the rapid Western-style urbanization that characterized many of the Gulf states. Sultan Qaboos believed in maintaining Oman's unique identity and heritage, and he was committed to building a nation that respected its cultural traditions while embracing progress. This vision continues to guide Oman's development today, and it is evident in the country's approach to urban planning, sustainability, and economic diversification. Oman's population boom. Oman's population is expected to double by 2040, putting immense pressure on the country's infrastructure, housing, and resources. To meet this growing demand, Oman is investing heavily in new developments and urban projects. These projects, such as Sultan Haitham City and Khuwair Downtown, are designed to accommodate the influx of people while maintaining the country's commitment to sustainability and cultural preservation. In addition to providing housing, Oman is also focusing on improving the quality of life for its citizens by building schools, hospitals, and other essential services. The government is also working to create job opportunities for the growing population by diversifying the economy and attracting international businesses. A sustainable, people-centric approach to development. Oman's development approach prioritizes sustainability, renewable energy, and cultural preservation, contrasting with its neighbors' focus on mega projects and skyscrapers. Vision 2040 aims to diversify the economy, reduce oil dependency, and ensure a prosperous future. Projects like Yeeti, Sultan Haitham City, and Khuwair Downtown exemplify sustainable urban planning that balances population growth with environmental responsibility. With a focus on education, innovation, and sustainability, Oman is well positioned to thrive despite declining oil revenues. Though its progress may be slower, Oman's model could inspire other nations seeking a more sustainable and people-centered development path. And that's a wrap on Oman's incredible journey toward a sustainable future. What do you think about their ambitious Vision 2040 and projects like Yeeti? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more mind-blowing insights on mega developments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.